Hey, what's up, my little TisaTellss? Listen, we gotta talk about what's going on between Harry, Meghan, Will, and Kate. Okay, first of all, Kate's mom is mad about that piece that it's rumored that William put out that Kate does nothing. She's not invited, baby. He is a single man. She literally wants us to know she's a mother. Don't you know she's raising 3 kids? Y'all, the fact that Carol Middleton, at least it's rumored Carol Middleton, even responded to this is wild. But you know what's even wilder? The fact that the media, that little beast that they always have to satiate by throwing the spear, throwing this and that, they are literally getting tired. And they are now publishing pieces in the Daily Mail saying that Harry needs to be giving security and they need a place in Kensington Palace. Yeah, we know they're not doing it out of the kindness of the heart. They're actually saying this mess because, baby, they want access to Harry and Meghan because they were like, Kate has star power. Camilla and Charles, baby, they looking at William and Kate and Camilla and Charles as the opposite of stardust, of sprinkle, of shine. They look at them as sandpaper, baby. Whatever they touch dims, looks scratched, looks old, looks tacky, just like Kate's latest fashion. Y'all, somebody gets Kate a stylist. I can't believe that they pay a dresser and she has all this money for clothes. You know what the problem with Kate is? She just makes clothes look cheap. She makes clothes look cheap. Even the fact that you are wearing a Zara, and if I was Zara, I would message Kate and be like, don't ever wear our stuff again. Everything she wears from Zara looks cheap, looks tacky. But then again, she has like $3,000 suits on. It makes them look like they're from Rainbow Shop. But let's get into this. Honestly, you guys, if I was Will and Kate, I would be so worried. So worried. Because Kate literally is indicative of what the larger problem is. This is why everybody's mad at Kate. Kate's like, I'm a mother. I'm raising kids. What are you talking about? Yeah, girl, we are talking about the fact that, okay, fine, go raise your kids. Go be a mom. But you can't have all these patronages. How do you want all these titles on your resume and you don't realize that what little the royals do, you don't even want to do that? You literally get this patronage that brings like honor to your family, blah, 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 blah. You do it for your own ego. And when people are like, excuse me, miss, there are actually poor people that need help. There's actually people with mental health problems. There's actually things in the community that need help with. They sit there and they get mad. Y'all, listen to what Kate's mom, or at least her people, had to say. It's a source close to Kate. I don't know why I think Carol Middleton is the only person that can actually speak about Kate. Okay, they're upset by these things that Kate is too lazy to travel. They call that absurd. A source close to Kate said, if the accusation is that Kate isn't pulling her weight, that is absurd, and everyone who knows them knows it. It's not exactly a state secret that she has 3 children, aged 10, 8, and 5. You know, Kate really wishes she could stop time because I'm telling you, I feel like as soon as George goes away to that boarding school, they're going to file for divorce. They don't care about Charlotte. They don't care about Louis. They will not let the future king of England be raised by a single mother. Anyway, they said she works incredibly hard. They've had this type of criticism from the press before, and I'm sure they'll have it again. It's water off a duck's back. Real people understand that you have to prioritize your children at that age, and you can't both just go flying off to New York at the drop of a hat. The fact that they both consistently receive very high approval ratings show the public get it, even if the Daily Mail wants to find fault. Okay, first of all, girl, stop the cap. Yeah, it sounds good. And listen, hear me out. I'm a big proponent that if a woman or a man, if anybody wants to stay home and raise children and it's their choice, please be my guest. The children are the future. The issue that everybody has with Kate, that Kate can't seem to understand or grapple is, then stop taking patronages. Stop trying to fill your calendar out with busy work. You're a mom. You barely want to do anything. That's cool. Your husband's rich. Matter of fact, he's the Prince of Wales. You don't ever have to do anything. But Kate doesn't want that. Kate wants the credit. She still wants the people to praise her for doing all these cool things, even though she doesn't even want to do the work. And when she does show up, it's boring, it's mumbled, it's tacky, it's ill, it's just, it's a mess. Anyway, y'all. They are so mad. And Kate is not going to travel more because William wants to be seen as a statesman, a single statesman without his wife. I guess he figures while he's in New York, nobody's going to catch up to what he's up to. Will's probably like, do they have rose bushes in New York? I'm not sure, but let us check. Anyway, the palace also wants their pound of flesh. And I know Meghan and Harry are cackling because here's the thing. The British media, here's the thing, the royals operate by, the British media, they look at the royal family as like a real life soap opera. That's why people are interested. They like the gossip, they like this, they like that. I didn't even care about the royal family until Meghan, and then I'm like, okay, down with the monarchy. That's my goal in life. But think about it, right? The royal family, the Rose, the Spare, lesser royals, an important royal to the tabloid wolves. So they, the head, the king and the prince, can have a stiff upper lip and have a very distinguished veneer, right? But the issue with that is the fact that they threw Meghan and Harry to the wolves. And don't get me wrong, Meghan and Harry had so much to feast on. And it was a spree, a frenzy. They feasted on the carcasses that were thrown to the British media, the tabloids. But the thing is, Meghan and Harry played the long game. Meghan and Harry really said, you know what? Let them feast now. Because they're so greedy that they're going to eat everything, then turn on themselves. And look what happened. It's like, 3 years later? Yes, countless attacks. It wasn't easy for Harry and Meghan. But they created a world where the royal family and the media know nothing about their lives. They cannot even make a false story because there's nothing they put out, nothing in their lives. They pop up when they want. They go into hiding when they want. They don't know their travel. They don't know their travel schedule. They know nothing. Now that the king has been, Charles had his coronation, they know nothing about them at all. And see, this is why, if you think about it, they're so mad because that meat they were thrown, they feasted on it. Then they got greedy and they started tearing at the carcass. Then they got even more greedy. They started feasting on the bones, and now there's nothing left for them to eat. And now they're sitting there licking their chops. And this goes into Will and Kate. I don't know if that's a good thing. It would be if they didn't have such big egos. They're too boring to cover. Unless they cover their default, their marriage that everybody says is on the rocks. But that's a long ways away, right? Because at the end of the day, William is going to be the future king of England. If they go and they try to feast on that, then they'll literally devour themselves from the inside. But they're too boring to really report on. So now these people are doing their best to basically force Charles to bring Harry and Meghan back into the fold just so they can have information. They want Harry to have security. But what comes with security? We know your schedule, right? The security people will leak. They can make a bunch of stories. They want them getting an apartment, a couple of rooms in Kensington Palace. Why? Because they need to have a secure place to stay. And guess what? It looks like Charles and William and Kate are really upset about this. They don't want them anywhere around. Let's not forget how vindictive Charles is. Anyway, get this. They said after the triumphant state visit, to France last week, and by triumphant we mean you didn't do anything embarrassing. Nobody cared. It didn't make any papers in America, but okay. I hope King Charles and Queen Camilla are enjoying a gin and tonic or two. All those people said Charles would struggle to step into his mother's shoes have been forced to eat their words. The royal visit did more for international relations than any politician ever could. How? Can you tell me how? I'm confused. You know what? How? The royals have an overinflated sense of what they do, but I guess, right? But they go on to say, and this is in the Daily Mail, but I can only imagine the pain Charles must have felt knowing that his success abroad is tempered by an ongoing family rift with Harry and Meghan. As a parent, you're only ever as happy as your least happy child, whether that child is 4 or 40. Charles will know that two issues go to the heart of whether he can heal this rift. First is the issue of protection. When the Sussexes are in Britain, the threat to their security is serious and genuine. Oh, now it's serious and genuine? Before they were saying, oh, you're whining. Now it's serious and genuine. Look at them begging. This problem falls on the shoulders of the Home Office, as I know all too well. A basket case of a department. To say Harry can't have full police protection, even if he pays for it, it's nonsense. The second, they're saying the palace needs to get that sorted quickly. The second thorn is a combination on the royal estate. There are enough rooms in Kensington Palace to let Harry and Meghan have a few so they had a safe and familiar place to stay. The children can get to know it, and it will still give them a strong sense of their heritage. Prince Harry will always be of royal blood, though the family rifts are always painful. Time is a great healer. You guys, listen. They are wild. They are mad, but they are desperate for fodder, and they are desperate to get Harry and Meghan back on that soil. And here's the thing where the egos come into play. What are you going to do? Sacrifice your ego and bring your second son and his first wife, his only wife, sorry, his firstborn son and his firstborn daughter back on to English soil? Fresh meat for the press? Or will your ego take over and you'll still keep them banished? But how long until these jackals start to turn on William and Kate? You guys, I'm telling you, watch this space. Watch this space. I give it till next Jubilee, till we really see a bunch of saltine crackers, boring and bland. Kate, whatever, standing on that balcony. Let's see how long it takes them to turn. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.